What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going?
Starting without me?
Starting without you. Sorry. Jess and crew were on a little adventure, so they're not here right now. Jess will be here shortly. So this should be interesting. This will be the first live with our new internet service. We just switched. Jessica's a little out of breath. We just switched carriers, mobile carriers. We're using the new Visible, which is on the Verizon network. So we'll see how this holds up. I'm kind of anxious to see how this holds up. Still there. Still there, looking cool with his little headband. She's here. Yeah.
I made it.
Oh, that's good. The show couldn't really begin without you. No one wants to see just me. Hey, how many courses have you finished now? Uh-oh. Get into it already. It's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
So, I think there might have been a little confusion about the build. I know we're calling it the root cellar build, but technically we are starting on the house. This is part of the house. We have, at this point, we have 2 courses done. What you'll see, that'll be what you see in the next video, right?
Yep.
So tomorrow's video, you'll get to see us lay the first 2 courses out there. Right now, I'm working on other things. I'm working on getting, we're installing a system in there to help prevent radon buildup on the underneath portion, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. And then working on the, what would you call that? The base layer, the foundation for the inner part of the root cellar. So that should be cool. Moving a lot of gravel today. That's what I've been doing. How many wheelbarrows of gravel would you say I've moved so far?
I wasn't counting.
Yeah, you weren't out there. She's been working on the inside stuff. She's been working on getting tomorrow's video ready. Busting it out. You've been working hard on the upcoming summit.
Mm-hmm.
That's right around the corner. I'm nervous. There's a lot of work been going into that too, isn't it?
Oh, it's gonna be awesome though.
It's gonna be awesome. I think it should be a pretty cool event. I'm excited for it. What have I missed? King Leo's in the house? Couldn't hear. Who is your provider now? So, we have been with Verizon, and I think our bill was around $210 a month. Now, granted, I was still paying on the phone that I'm using now, which is about $30. So even with the phone paid off, I think it'd have been $180 a month for the both of us. So we switched now to a provider called Visible, which is still on the Verizon network. So you guys can tell us how this is transmitting, if everything goes smoothly. But the Visible plans are $40 a month, unlimited data, unlimited cell data, unlimited hotspot data. I think there is a speed cap for the hotspot, but you're not sure on that.
I think there might be, but yeah, for us it's good because like we can't get internet service out here any other way, so we have to use that mobile data for our internet for a lot of things. So we did have like a limit, but now there's no limit. So
yeah, and with Verizon, there was a hotspot limit of 15 gigs a month, which worked out okay, but sometimes it was kind of tight. So even with the speed cap, that might still be really good for us. And for $40 flat a month, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
And then if you get, there's a thing called a party plan. So if you get more people under you, I think you can at least have three more. That lowers your bill down to like $25 a month.
Yep.
You can't beat that.
I see my mom's here. Hi.
Rockin' 8 Farm, how's it going? David Turney, you two are workers of another sort. Amazing, thank you. Ah, can you believe we just get done with that giant cistern building? I was like, okay, let's start building a house.
Next thing.
Next thing. Well, actually, I think the gutters were. That was a pretty big thing too. And we're like, next. Andrew H. We had a contender for the dumbest criminals last month at the local Walmart. He set his gun down while yelling at the cops. The employee grabbed it and ran out the door with it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well, that's kind of lucky. At least no one got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, the summit should be really cool. Man, so many cool speakers. So far, but we're missing a lot of people. So a lot of people definitely said yeah, but we're still missing submissions from a lot of people. But we still have quite a bit coming in.
Quite a few. Really, I mean, some amazing stories. Lots of great tours of the homestead and really good ideas from people on how they're doing things. I've been really impressed so far with what I've seen.
You've been having to go through like all the submissions and stuff like that. So you've already been getting to see some of that.
Yeah, it's great.
And of course, we're both there for the interviews, and the interviews are pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty jazzed about how well the interviews went.
Mm-hmm.
Mom said, "You two still alive after all that?"
I think so.
Barely. I don't know.
All that digging. Any fossils? You seen any fossils yet?
Well, Crew's been coming up with all kinds of bones all the time.
Well, he's always doing
that. That could be dinosaur ones, you know? I don't know. I don't know where he finding all those things. G Princess is in the house. Hey, G Princess. Hi, Mom. AT&T towers are the only choice out here. AT&T is pricey, but AT&T owns Cricket. See, so the Cricket's okay. We're trying out the Visible now. I tried Cricket once and I didn't care for it. I felt like the customer service was kind of lame.
And that was before. Well, that was a long time.
That was a long time ago. And I guess I don't think I was super impressed with AT&T's coverage.
But again, that was a long time ago, and I don't think, did we even have it when we were living in Arizona?
No, it was all Verizon at that point, I think.
Yeah.
Are you defending AT&T? I don't know. I think it depends on where you're at because some people have spotty coverage with what's that one service provider that had the unlimited hotspot data? T-Mobile. Sometimes T-Mobile is sketchy in areas, but sometimes you never know. Sometimes you're just in that lucky spot where it works really well for you. I heard good things about that.
Seeker B asked if our radon system will require electricity or is it a passive system?
I'm hoping it'll just be a passive system, but I have seen a lot of people add fans to it. I'm hoping that just the way it is, it'll just be able to just vent out the pipe, but we could end up adding a little solar fan to it.
Mm-hmm. Will your home over the cellar be a larger diameter from the cellar dimensions? That's a good question.
It's a good question. Yes, it is.
Yes.
So the diameter of this thing is, well, the inner diameter is 14 feet. I think that'll work out to 17 feet on the outside. And the dome will be a 20-foot interior diameter, so it should be just out on the outside. I think that's kind of how you want it. You want that base to be on something a little more solid.
Yeah, that makes me feel a little better that it's going to be like on the ground instead of being like this really tall
Stacked right on top of the
column.
bags. Never too old. How's it going? Alan Styles, how's it going? Almost Homestead, what's up? Oh, Liz Carter says, and hello. Says she'll be hoping to be working on her own Earthbag home soon.
Oh.
Very exciting. I love it. Don't get me wrong, it is a lot of physical work, but I'm loving it. And the two of us have just been able to manage it, right?
Yeah.
I usually do a lot of the dirt moving, getting the dirt back and forth. She usually does the filling the bag, setting them down, making sure they're in the right spot, and then I do the tamping, getting them all solid, and it's been working out pretty good for us, I think. And then you do the barbed wire. So we each got our own jobs, and it's been working out pretty well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I help with the barbed wire. I'm like the barbed wire holder.
So it doesn't wrap around my neck or anything.
That stuff could be dangerous. I got cut.
Yeah. Sliced your wrist.
Lucky that wasn't deeper. Bimbo Clack says they said set the alarm to wake up for the live chat. Well, I thank you for joining us. That's pretty cool. Oh, T-Mobile joined with Sprint, so they have a much larger network now. See, I don't even know the situation on these other carriers. Hello from Saskatchewan, Canada.
Hello.
We would like to know if things break down. What can you grow to stay alive? Do you have a greenhouse yet? We kind of have like a greenhouse that's in shambles.
I don't think that would work so well.
So no greenhouse.
No greenhouse. Our garden is not large enough to sustain us right now. It's pretty small.
It's large enough to maybe get a little bit of veg now and then.
So like if something happened like right now, we would have to survive.
We would be dead.
I think we would have to resort to like
eating dirt,
hunting and gathering.
Yeah, we could do that.
Like foraging.
I suppose that might be a little better than eating dirt. Could you think we could be a good hunter gatherer?
Maybe. I feel pretty familiar with the local like plants and animals and what's edible.
Crew's a good hunting dog.
He is.
But he's too slow for the rabbits.
rabbits.
But like he'd catch them. He'd catch them
some
and
cows.
he could catch a cow.
And we have eggs. Chickens.
13 Moons Homestead asks, what will the floor for the upper story be made from? That is a good question. It'll kind of be a mix, I'm thinking. Part of it will be wood, because I think we're going to be using wood to make the ceiling for the root cellar. And then part of it, I think, will be earth, and we'll be filling the area between the two earth bag walls with dirt, or the earth bag wall and the wood. I think that's the plan. Larry Parrish, how's it going?
Are there lands for sale close to you guys? Yeah. There's quite a bit for sale. It's not all good land though.
Yeah, there's land all over here in the southeast Arizona, but like, excuse me, I feel like prices are going up.
Yeah, since we've purchased our land, it's definitely gone up.
I think we got really lucky when we bought our land, and now that I think there's especially with the pandemic, I think there's that greater push for people to move out of the cities, buy some land and stuff like that. So if you're looking, you might want to, if you're looking to make a move, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm a bit dry, I think. I've been out
You
there
got a bunch of
shoveling.
dust in your throat.
Yeah, dust in my throat. But if you're thinking about buying land, I would think about pulling the trigger on that maybe. GDP is single-handedly influencing the property value of the land. Well, I don't know about single-handedly, but I think I think people are looking to move out this way.
Emily says hello from the hot White Mountains.
Whoa.
Hot there.
I don't know.
It's been kind of hot here.
It's been hot here. Heirloom permaculture, what's up? Who will be the hunter? Who will be the gatherer? I'll probably be the hunter. I have to probably do the hunting.
You don't think I could do that?
Well, you could. I just feel like you would rather be the gatherer.
Maybe.
I'm not saying you don't have it in you. You don't have the skills.
Never Too Old wants to build an Earthbag home. That's cool.
That is cool. I always love hearing people wanting to build with Earth. I find it exciting.
Edward Todd says hello from Montana.
What's up? What's up? So, Never Too Old asks, do you have Earth ships out your way? No, I don't think I've seen any in Southeast Arizona. New Mexico's the place to go, I think, for
which
that.
isn't too far.
It's not too far. But there are going to be a lot of alternative building in this area. I see a lot of people looking to build with earth. I see a lot of people looking to build with straw bale. So I think it's going to be a real interesting, as long as, especially if they keep the opt-out, I think this could be a really interesting place to see a lot of alternative building methods.
What will be the total height of your new home?
The total height? Oh, like from the very bottom to the top, like from the basement level to the top. What do you think?
28 feet.
28 feet. It's crazy. But right now we got 1 foot down. Just 28 feet. Just 27. Just 27 more feet to go. I'm going to try and get through this live.
Water or something.
Should I get some water? Hang on, I'm going to get some water.
Oh,
you carry it on.
Liz, for the super chat. She said,
well, thank you, Liz.
If you had to do it again, would you change the roof on the water catchment basin?
Yes, actually, I think I would. Well, I think we'd still use ferro cement in it. That's not funny. But I think I would have gone partly metal with it. Maybe just metal on the flat part of I'm gonna get that water. Hang on. Metal on the flat part of the roof, and then maybe have the ferro cement go up to meet the metal. I think that would have saved a lot of time. It would have been a lot lighter, and I think as far as cost-wise, it might have been a little bit more expensive, but I think it would have saved a lot of water and a lot of time.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes, that it might have been worth it to do
that. We would have had to have gotten like special panels delivered out here, but so I know you're thinking of the cost of the metal panels plus the delivery. It added a little bit more, I think, for sure. But I would have, can you imagine all that time would have saved crawling over the roof of that and like trying to get all that cement over there? But I think the cement's working out pretty well. Once we get that finished off, we're still kind of working on it little bits by little bit, and then we'll get that sealed, and I think it'll end up working out real nicely.
Yes.
Quit snacking on tumbleweeds. I know. It's terrible. I'll be right back. Take over.
Prickly pear fruit and pads have anti-cancer. It's so good. Food and medicine. Yeah. And we have those out here. Actually growing some, a few different kinds. and we've eaten that,
Wow.
eaten the pads and fruit.
Yeah. You made a stir fry with the pads, and that was delicious.
Yeah.
That turned out really well.
I like making like a prickly pear lemonade with the fruit.
Yeah,
So
that
I
was
juice
good.
it and add some lemon juice.
Remember you had like when we were living in Central Arizona, I think you had like a bag of prickly pear fruit that was in the freezer for a while.
Yeah.
But we were able to harvest a lot.
Oh,
We had like
ton.
one cactus out in the front, and we were getting like so much of the fruit from there. It's incredible. I can't. We definitely have to grow more of that out here. That stuff is pretty hardy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised at how far north that grows.
Yeah, it can survive freezing temperatures.
Think about adding that to your growing. Almost says leaving. I better get back to digging and I have a project video. Well, good night, almost. Good night, Jay. If you're still here, I feel you on the digging.
Edward says moved from Phoenix in 2005, getting interested in parts of homesteading, just not the full-on pioneering aspect of it. Hence, watching you guys suffer. Loving the desert living. Yeah, we do love it. It is, yeah.
Some of the things we're doing is a little on the extreme side.
It's extreme.
And no one absolutely has to do what we're doing. Get in how you want to get in. Just make those little changes. Sometimes that's a lot easier to do than going out in the middle of the desert and building a home out of dirt. Bubba Redneck says, I did find that Lowe's offers a reward card free that all deliveries made with the card are a flat $25 free from Sierra Vista to Douglas. Oh, that's really cool. Butcher Baker and the Queso Maker, how's it going? Some people grow it up near Medford. Yeah, I was a little surprised. The hardiness on that is pretty incredible. Chris Wally says, Chris says, who loves the digging bar? Best tool ever. I tell you, we need it out here. That is my go-to tool for getting the digging done out here. We got how much rain this year? Do you have the total?
I don't think I told it.
What's your best guesstimation?
I'm gonna say 5 or 6 inches.
Which is less than what we had last year. Do you think where do you think we'll end up with come on, guess. Do you think we'll make it?
I think we can at least hit like the average.
The average? She thinks we're on par for the average. Bimbo Clack, thank you so much for that. That's
awesome.
That's amazing. Very generous of you. Thank you for that super chat. Digging bars are a must. Not every place has nice dirt. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when the digging bar fails, then I got the demolition hammer. I'm not super crazy about using that just because, like, if it's too far from
the camper or something, electric, so electric. To plug it in. So then you have to drag out the generator and plug it into the generator, start the generator.
The generator when you got these. Goddamn. So when are you gonna talk about this stuff?
Oh, okay. You want to do that?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of you.
Oh. So there's 2 more weeks until the Greensteading Summit.
It's coming up soon.
Yep, starting on the 20th. and we are holding a giveaway. It's going to be on our website. So greendreamproject.org. If you go there, you'll see the green studding thing, and you click on that, scroll down, and you'll see the giveaway. You can enter it there, and there's some great prizes. So I wanted to talk about some of them. We're going to be adding more over the next week, but these are really cool. Should bring it out like.
We'll save that one for last.
Oh, okay. That one's really cool. Okay, what should I start with?
Exactly. I'm not gonna get ahead of her. I'm not gonna push her. I'm like, hey, I don't want to push it. You do how you do. I'm gonna stay out of her way.
Well, what do you want to start with?
Let's start with the yeah.
All right, check this out. Indoor outdoor thermometer, and I think it monitors humidity too.
Wireless, right?
Wireless from Smartro.
You just set up the monitor. You just set up the recorder, and it has a white monitor.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We have one of these that we're probably going to be using to kind of test out the stuff we're building and see how it does with temperature changes, like inside versus outside. So that'll be interesting. But we're giving one of these away. Smartro gave us this for the giveaway. Very cool. So
don't get ahead of us, cheap princess.
And I guess you can check out the Smartro website if you want more information about the details on this, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool in and of itself. All right. You got this next one.
Also got 25 free seed packets. These are organic seeds from High Mowing Organic Seeds.
Yeah.
Just a variety of vegetables and herbs. I'll show you. Go through all of them.
I don't know if you want to go through all of them, but you can. Let's you can.
Paris Island romaine lettuce. There's different types of lettuce here. Gourmet blend lettuce, bunching onion, see jalapeno, cherry bell radish, some winter squash, cherry tomato, large leaf basil, green sleeves dill. I'm just gonna read them all.
Okay.
Caribe cilantro, bouquet dill, garlic chives, Italian flat leaf parsley, some spring broccoli rabe, more broccoli, carrot, giant chard, rainbow chard, Market Morse 76 cucumber, pickling cucumber, mustard green, red Russian kale, some black-seeded Simpson lettuce, and Nevada lettuce.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of seeds.
That's a lot of seeds. I think they said it was about $75 value worth of seeds right here.
Nice.
So that's
well, you can't beat that. David says, "Hi guys, your videos are great. Keep up the good work." Thank you, David.
Thank you so much, David.
Well, that says, just looks at those seeds so longingly.
I know.
I can't guarantee. We can't guarantee that the seeds will be there for the giveaway. I don't know.
I want them. I want them all.
Searching Sabrina says, "Hey guys, can't stay, but wanted to say hello to you." Well, hello, Sabrina.
Hello.
Are we ready for the last one? You want to do the last one?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, now this. I'm pretty excited about this. This comes from friends of ours that wanted to donate this to the giveaway. Yvonne, she lives out in St. David. She does beautiful macrame work. This is one of her pieces.
Yep, and the channel is the upside of downsizing. So, and you interviewed them. They're going to appear
They'll be
in
part of the
the
summit.
summit. Very cool. And I'm going to show you.
And she's got an Etsy shop where she sells some of this stuff, so that.
And take a look at this. So this is a macrame wall hanging. And is this mesquite wood?
It is.
It's not there. So, and I think natural fibers, really beautiful work. And we'll probably try to post a picture of it on the website too.
Yeah, we'll have a picture of it on the website so you can get a closer look. But yeah, I mean, she just finds this mesquite wood out there. I think they did a video on the process, and she cleans it, gets it all ready. There's this beautiful macrame work. I'm just, I can't believe she donated a piece of this giveaway.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. And her Etsy shop is mesquite and macrame.
Very appropriate. So Liz Carter asks, in your experience, what do you think of using the thick glass from tabletops as windows in an Earthbag home? I realize they won't open. That is the point. I just want light up high.
I think that's fine. I was looking at that because we're kind of
we're looking at window options for ourselves.
Materials to use. Looking at Craigslist and things for free or cheaper materials. And we might consider making our own windows and doors.
Mm-hmm. I've also heard the idea of people bringing up like auto glass, using glass from like automobiles and stuff like that. So that's a possibility. I say, when you can find items rather than having to purchase them, and if you're happy with not being able to open the window, I think it could be a great addition.
Yeah, if you can have a way that it's kind of conserves the energy, like so you're not letting heat in or cold in too much.
That's the thing. Is mostly with your windows installed, you just want to make sure it's sealed and that you're not letting that airflow go in and out.
Yeah. And I mean, if you have another way to get good ventilation in the house without having to open it up, I mean, we might do that. Okay, Steven was asking if we're separating the stones from the soil or just leaving it in the bags. Obviously, the larger stones get picked up, but was wondering about the 1 inch and smaller stones.
And those we've been leaving in there.
Yeah, at first, when we were building the cistern, we went through this whole process of sifting, and it took a really long time. And then we decided to just pretty much start putting the soil in the bags. We might add a little water and take out the larger rocks, but like gravel sized rocks, we've just been putting in the bags.
And honestly, like 1 inch and smaller, a little bit of aggregate in there is actually going to be much better, and I think it'll make for a better mix in the bags.
Mm-hmm.
Junior P is asking us to start over. He just got here. Wants to start over.
Oh, okay.
We're going from the back to the beginning. Honestly, you didn't miss too much. I was just choking the words out earlier. It was bad.
Right.
Redefine Living here asks, how many shovels have you worn out? You would think that I've gone through a bunch of shovels. I don't know. They are kind of wearing down. There's one that's definitely got a chipped out of it, and I'm still using it.
Freddie asked, "How do you filter your rainwater or test for drinking?"
Right now we don't test it at all, but we have been using the Berkey. Right now, that's our only filter for the rainwater, and so far so good. When we build the house, we'll have a little bit more of a robust, not a big filter thing, but
But at least something
another little filter
coming
before it
into
goes
the
into the
house.
pump. So it'll go from the cistern, flow through the filter system, then to the pump, and then up to the
And then
house.
up, and then we'll probably
Have,
still use the
and we'll
Berkey
still have
for
the Berkey for
drinking
drinking water.
water.
Built on the Rock homestead says she just got her dog peeing in the bedroom carpet.
Oh no!
She's not outside. She doesn't want to be. Yeah, well, you gotta do that. Yeah, Berkey is tested. Yeah, so far we've been putting it through its paces, and it's been working out really well for us. When we first started, when we first moved out here, we had water delivered, and technically it's considered non-potable water. That it's city water from a nearby city, but which is fine. But the truck doesn't get really sanitized. It's just, but all it's used for is water.
Mm.
But it doesn't get sanitized through or every so often. So, but we ran it through the Berkey, and we haven't had any issues. We haven't. That was fine. And then with the rainwater, it's been working out well. Some of the best water I've ever tasted.
It really is. How's the monsoon rains going? Getting to fill your cisterns? I mean, it seems like we've been getting a little bit of rain like almost every afternoon, but it's been light.
It's been
like
very
a lot
light,
of
almost
light,
not even like.
not enough to really catch much.
Yeah, you can't see it on the rain gauge. So it's been drier this year than for sure last year for sure. We'll see where we end up for the year. But we have been getting a little bit. And we've been trying to catch all we can.
Mm.
Um, but we'll see. We'll see how it ends up. Sometimes August, and we could probably catch some rain going through August.
Mm-hmm.
I think September is when it kind of starts drying out again.
Yeah, and last year we actually got quite a bit of rain in November.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of like a mini monsoon.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll get a large portion of our rain during the summer, but there's always that mini monsoon as well, and we will definitely be ready for mini monsoon, I think.
And sometimes that's better because, during the summer it's hotter and there's more evaporation.
Mm-hmm.
So, we might not catch as much. But when it's cooler, you even get like condensation
Oh yeah.
collection and
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah, because some of those like frosty mornings,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed there'll be frost on the roof, and then
And
as
it
it
melts
melts,
when
you
it
still
gets.
collect water from that. It's like crazy. Ooh.
Will your root cellar have windows or lights to grow starts for the garden? Probably not in the root cellar. We're talking about maybe having some kind of growing setup in the upper level, since it's going to be a very high ceiling. So there's room for maybe putting in something
Some type
in
of
that
indoor
space.
growing stage, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've decided exactly yet how we're gonna incorporate that, but I definitely think we're thinking about utilizing some of that space. I mean, that dome is going to be 20 feet tall. I got tapers up toward the top, but there's still that space that you got to account for. Otherwise, you're losing all that. Of course, maybe you just like the vaulted ceilings. G Princess says there was a doctor at the hospital that grew garlic and tomatoes, and she would snatch them right up. Jim Martin says city water is a chemical milkshake. That's true.
Can be.
Yeah. That's why we're happy to be off the water deliveries. One, it's cheaper, And two, the water's better. There could still be a little bit of city water in those tanks, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. It all drains off from the bottom, so we might have gone through that. It might just be all rainwater now. What do you think? I think it all has been pushed out.
Pushed out. I don't know.
I'll say yeah. No more city water. It's been over a year. Andrew H asks about how you feel about steampunk style. No way to build a bigger water filter using copper sheeting to make holding tank so it will be a solid coppered look to it. I'm a fan of steampunk.
Sounds cool. Isn't copper like also naturally like antimicrobial?
Yeah, I think so. Have you noticed better air quality out here?
Um, Possibly. I don't know if I've noticed it, but I mean, getting away from the city, it's gonna be, and I don't think there's anything around to really influence the air negatively around here too much.
I mean, we are kind of close to the roads, and there is like an airfield just down the ways a bit, but yeah, probably not enough to like really do that much pollution.
And really, I mean, we get some dust blowing through sometimes, but honestly, it's better than when we lived in the city. There would be these huge dust clouds that would roll through, and you don't want to be out in that, breathing that stuff in.
Yeah, there was a lot of dust in central Arizona. The dust storms were just crazy. In fact, they you get those big haboobs in central Arizona, just massive, just just massive dust storms where like people would have to pull off to the side of the road because visibility just went down to nothing. So like we'll get dust kick up every now and then, yeah, but nothing like central Arizona.
Mm.
That was bad. Did you ever find out what the helicopters were about recently? No, I never looked into it though. My guess is that it's from that missionary place down the road. I don't know if maybe doing some kind of exercise or something like that.
Yeah, it seems like they occasionally they'll fly around their helicopters or their small planes.
Just showing off.
But there might be like border patrol helicopters
Ooh,
around here too.
I didn't think about that. Border patrol. Border patrol. Border patrol. True stories of the border patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Crew cam. Crew cam time. He's on guard. Oh, I said his name, so he's guarding the door. There he is. He's on guard duty. Look at that. He's awake though. I don't know if you caught that. He's trying to go for them sky raisins. Sandy asked, what was that word you used for dust storm? Haboob, I think they call it.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Dutch off-grid homesteading, how's it going? Sorry I'm late, didn't get any notification. Well, we're glad you made it. Thank you for being here. Yep, Rockinade Farm. If you ever feel like your air quality is bad, just spend the weekend in Phoenix. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Phoenix, you can definitely tell. Like when we lived in central Arizona, it was in a smaller town, about an hour south of Phoenix. So I feel like the air quality there wasn't maybe nearly as bad as. So maybe that's why it's not such a big difference for you. But when you go closer to the city, yeah, big difference from like Phoenix. Casa Grande, close to Casa Grande is actually Coolidge, which is about a half hour east of Casa Grande. But I'd often find myself in Casa Grande quite a bit because that's like one of the nearest like bigger towns.
Yeah. Do you have an overflow on the main tank? I'm not remembering.
Yep. On the cistern, so on the cistern we have two 4-inch pipes that come out and go out, but they don't lead anywhere yet. But we don't have any danger of them overflowing anytime soon. I think we're going to need a lot more rain before we get to that. Before we have to worry about that. So Liz Carter asks, how many acres do you have? We have 40 acres out here. We're probably not going to utilize the whole thing. Would you have a guess as to how many acres that we have planned? She's got this whole thing drawn out. You probably didn't like if you were to make a guess.
The acreage,
you didn't count the but like what would you guess? Like how much of that?
Probably not even half.
But still, that's a lot of space. Yeah. And like you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overextend yourself and like, oh, I got 40 acres. I want to utilize the whole thing.
It's too much to manage, and I really want to leave part of it kind of wild. Just leave it for the wildlife.
Yeah. And just I say start kind of in a central hub, and then keep working your way out. Work close to where you're. Start building close to where you're living, and then keep branching out as your energy holds out. Anderson H says you have a year or two before you have to worry about needing the overflow. That could be because like right now we're just not getting the rain that we did last year. I bet you if we got that kind of rainfall, there'd be a lot more water in that cistern. So 13 Moons asked, do you think you'll ever have large animals to graze? I don't know. What do you consider to be a large animal? What's the largest animal you think we're planning on?
I don't know. I'm a little scared of large animals, but I would consider doing goats, sheep, alpaca.
Alpaca. So that's probably about as large as you would go. Well, how much larger than you get than an alpaca? They're pretty big.
They're not huge.
They're big though. David says, do you think you're going to have to treat your water in the big holding tank after it's full of water? Possibly. Possibly. We might have to add a little bleach or chlorine to it or something like that. I know some people do that. Then I've heard of people adding in copper and silver in there, little pieces of copper and silver, and that's supposed to like treat the water. So we might do that as a possibility. I think you like that idea a little better, right?
Maybe I think that's kind of a cool idea.
Rad Chad Customs, is Elfrida a comfortable area? I can't say too much of that. I mean, there's definitely land around Elfrida. Elfrida itself is pretty small. They got a little bit up there. But it's kind of a poorer town. I see a lot of like damaged buildings and stuff like that. The buildings are all kind of disheveled and stuff like that. They got like a hardware store. I think that only grocery store that you can get there is like the Family Dollar.
Yeah, there's not too much there.
But they have a pretty nice school out that way.
Mm.
I don't know.
That's true. Andrew says in a year you'll include the house runoff, so you're going to increase the total collection area. So yeah, we once the house is built, we're going to have more rainwater to collect.
And the house will actually have its own collection tank as well, right?
Yes.
So we're actually looking at storage, collection and storage right around the house. Which a lot of people are like, oh, you need like a flat roof to collect water, but we're gonna catch water off a dome. I think that'd be interesting. What about McNeil? I like McNeil. We live in McNeil, so. I mean, you're a little bit out further from anywhere. You got to drive to get anywhere, but then you got the open space. A UV filter will kill everything left after RO. I put one in my swimming pool and call it a COVID filter. Also use UV under the sink for drinking water. Oh, there you go. Jim Martin said, saw a dude's head snap back once from an alpaca nailing him.
What?
You got any questions over there?
No, I'm looking at what you're looking at.
Oh, I thought you were bringing up the rear.
Oh,
I need to go. I need to go harvest before I lose my light. It was nice seeing you. Well, thank you. Well, if you're still here, thank you for being here. It was nice seeing you. All excited. The summit should be awesome. Cecilia Jansen asks, "How much water do you have?" Ah, man, I don't know. I don't know where we're at now. It's been a little while since I checked. What do you think?
I think we're at
Maybe
3,000.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Around 3,000.
1,000 gallons.
Exactly. So, what can I expect in a video for tomorrow?
We're building stuff.
Talk a little bit about the video. What have you been putting together for tomorrow? What can I expect?
I mean, we actually are filling bags. It's trying to build the walls of the cellar portion of the house.
The cellar portion of the house. Let's go. The root cellar. We're building it.
Will you try hydroponics when you get your greenhouse built? Possibly. I know for sure we want to try aquaponics.
Yeah, I'm leaning more a little personally toward aquaponics versus hydroponics. I just like the idea of it being a more closed loop system, but it's a little trickier, and I think is a little bit more involved with getting things set in just right. But I like the idea of having the fish involved and feeding the waste in that regard. How do you feel about it?
That's cool.
How would you feel about the fish? Are you okay with eating the fish?
Yeah. Just licking my knees. kind of fish would work. I think there's different kinds of fish that are typically used in aquaponics. Tilapia is a common one, and I think that's probably what we would try.
You would do tilapia?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think if I remember right, they might do a little better in our climate if it's like a little on the warmer side.
Will they do well in the cold?
Maybe. I've never raised tilapia before, but
What do you think tilapia would be good in the climate, dealing with both the heat and the cold?
yeah. Plus, I mean, there's certain fish that just work better in that setup, like being in that space.
Oh, crew. What's going on with them? Southern Blessed Homestead, how's it going? Doing their elderberry thing. Look at this guy. Guys, look at me. Oh, wait. It's in the licking mood. All right. Well, Style says here, do you have to pay any local or government tax for your property?
Yes, we do have property tax.
It's not too bad though, right?
It's not. I don't know how it compares with other things, but it's.
What have we been paying per year?
I don't remember what last year's was. I think the most we paid was like 500.
Yeah,
I think it went down.
It's pretty.
After that.
It's really reasonably out here, and some might be greater. Some property taxes might be greater. Some might be a little bit less, and it probably goes more or less. And probably the more we build out here, the more we develop, the higher those could go up. Crazy. So I don't know what they'll be in the future, but right now they're pretty reasonable. Did the county change the opt-out rules yet? Not yet. But I definitely, there's a Facebook group on it where they keep track of that, and I definitely, if you're interested in that, maybe join that group. These supporters of the opt-out group can search for that. Okay, is that all we got?
Just about.
And do we have any more questions? Do we have any questions there? No?
The Southern Blessed Homestead asked if your haircut is giving you more strength for the work.
You know, I think it is. Samson had gotten stronger with the longer hair. But I think the shorter hair has been helping me out. And getting it done. All right. We're getting out of time. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Really appreciate you guys joining in. Always great getting to spend time with you guys. Many thank you. Many big thanks to our moderator here, 13 Moons Homestead. Always does a fantastic job. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, the build. We start building the walls on this root cellar. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Right. Bye.